Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 20 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We're going to start with HYPE, followed by SUI, Bitcoin Cash, Link, Leo, AVAX, Stellar, Ton, SHIB, and then we're ending with HBAR at number 20. Let's get straight into it. HYPE against USD. So HYPE has been on a bender towards the upside. When is this going to end? Okay, I see a mountain here though. But I'm not too sure if this is going to be a descending triangle or if this is going to be a head and shoulders. Not too sure. At the same time, right, if you were to shift over to the weekly, this is not a bearish engulfing. Monthly, so we haven't closed the month yet, right? If we close June with a shooting star, then yeah, I'm more inclined to lean towards the possibility of hyperliquid coming back down for a correction, right? Probably to $20. Again, very round numbers. We could be setting up for a bearish reversal chart pattern to appear. So if you go higher and there's a speed drop, then yeah, potentially it could be towards the downside. So for me, hyperliquid, yeah, we're still uncertain, but we see a mountain. SUI, here we have a SUI against USD. So SUI, it's still mucking around the skinny pink line. I don't really like what I see. However, we are still uncertain. Again, even for SUI as well, you can see a mountain over here, right? And this in itself is something like a second mountain that's appearing. So if SUI comes back down, we complete two mountains. Oh boy, I think SUI is going to drop back under $1. However, if SUI goes all the way back up here, we consolidate over here, then yeah, very likely we're going to break back up above $6 for SUI. Otherwise, yeah, $1. So it depends upon the chart pattern that we are getting, because this could turn both ways. We get a very nice bullish continuation chart pattern in the form of a symmetrical triangle, then probably we're going to break above $6. Otherwise, if we come back down, then this would be a descending triangle. So it depends upon the wheels of SUI. Bitcoin Cash is still looking fantastic. So Bitcoin Cash, in my opinion, is completing an inverse head and shoulders, very likely as a wave E. Fantastic stuff. So you can see that there's a squeeze happening for Bitcoin Cash. I think Bitcoin Cash is poised to see a very nice big breakout to 1,000, right? Right now we're at 459. I still think that we're probably going to get a right shoulder over here, but this is looking to be a very classical type of an inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Bitcoin Cash, ladies and gentlemen, is looking fantastic. However, we still haven't seen the right shoulder yet, right? It's still not confirmed. Could we still drop a little bit lower? Yeah, sure, of course, right? But it's looking very, very solid in terms of its chart pattern. It's only a matter of time, in my opinion, before Bitcoin Cash blasts off towards the upside. So yeah, we're expecting moon for Bitcoin Cash eventually. Link against USD. Here we are for Chainlink. I don't really like what I see for Chainlink because this is like a mountain 1, mountain 2. I suspect we're getting a mountain number 3. Even this in itself, you can consider it as a potential descending triangle in the making. So where is Link going to drop down to? Again, just look at the noisy areas. There's one over here at $7.50. There's another one over here at around $6. And there's another one over here, the final one at around $5. So it's 765. We're either going to stop here, here, or here. Right. Again, it depends upon the price action of our Chainlink. If Chainlink drops very, very viciously, then potentially we could see a move back down towards 5 something. Right. If it's a very controlled fall, then that's great. We would love it if we had a chart pattern over here. Right. We could tell more likely on whether if it's going to stop here or here. So as it stands, I still think that Chainlink is a short though. So yeah, and we're also under the skinny pink line. Yes, we did break up above it, but you know, I think this is a very nice symmetrical triangle in the making. This is a setup for 2027, maybe 2028, before the big blast off for Chainlink. So in my opinion, Chainlink is dropping lower. Leo against USD. Okay, so Leo is very, very, very overbought. In my opinion, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very, very overbought. We are very, very close to the skinny pink line. We're not particularly rallying in a very vicious manner. This looks to me like a rising channel. So I think we're coming back down under the skinny pink line. Right, probably to $6 again. Noisy area over here, so probably $6. Yeah, I will preach caution though when it comes to Leo. Be very, very careful. We're very overbought for Leo. I think that it could be dropping lower. AVAX against USD. Here we are for AVAX. Again, AVAX has also formed one mountain. Oh my god. Are we going to get, just like chaining, right? Are we going to get a descending triangle over here? As we drop lower, I still think that AVAX is going to sub $10 though. Right now we're at 18. So again, I would love it if there's a very nice bearish chart pattern that we could take a trade for. But yeah, there's just nothing much for us to work with. At this point of time, Stellar Lumens is, here we are. We're under the skinny pink line, which is not great. Would have been awesome if Stellar broke the resistance line instead. But we broke the skinny pink line, so we're probably going to drop lower for Stellar. I don't think Stellar is going to do well. I think we're going to drop towards 14 cents, if I'm not mistaken. 14 cents for Stellar. However, just a gentle reminder, it's got a very, very nice ascending triangle in the making. Just because we dropped to 14 cents doesn't mean that the structure is gone. The structure is still solid. I still expect Stellar to see a very nice big breakout eventually. Right? I don't think we're going to stop at $3 though. We're going to go past $3 eventually. But for now, yeah, I think Stellar Lumens doesn't really look that good, right? We are aware of the bullish possibilities, but at the same time, we are also aware that Stellar Lumens, will continue its journey down towards 14 cents. If we break the resistance line, this will be fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But we'll have to wait for that to happen first. Break it, consolidate, and continue higher. That would be fantastic. But yeah, we'll have to wait for the Stellar Lumens wheels. Toncoin against USD. Here we have a Toncoin. Toncoin is also not looking that good. We have a target over here, 230. Right, we identified a mountain range over here. Mountains. We broke the mountain. We broke the support. Yes, there's a rally. I think we're dropping lower. 230. More likely than not, Toncoin is going to drop to 230. But this could be the very, very end of the move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Toncoin sees a rally back up. Right. This could be the recovery for Toncoin. Possibly. But again, we'll have to wait and see. It is still down the direction. Still in a bearish trend. Shiba Inu. Yeah, I think Shiba Inu is going to drop lower. We're in a downward trend right now. Lower highs. Lower lows. So it's in a bearish trend. Yes, I don't see mountains, but the trend is still quite bearish for Shiba Inu. I think we're completing a wave C, if I'm not mistaken. Wave A, down. Wave B, up. Wave C, and a D, and then that's it. Fantastic, right? I think this is a setup, potentially, to... I think it could be 2026, though. Or 2027. Either one. Shiba Inu, yeah, there's so many sell clusters over here. So my suspicion is that Shiba Inu drops towards 750. Right now we're at 1,180. So yeah, I still think that this is a bearish continuation. Right, we tried to break above the skinny pink line. This was a very nice inverse head and shoulders. But we failed to break above the skinny pink line. The skinny pink line acted as a resistance. It pulled the price lower and took out these lows. So I would expect more downside as well, because the trend is confirmed to still be bearish. HBAR against USD. Okay, HBAR is also not looking good. We're under the skinny pink line. For me, I would anticipate a second mountain to appear, probably a third one, and then that's it. We drop towards 0.618 to sub 10 cents. Right now we're at 15 cents, so I still think that we're going to drop to 0.618, right? We hit 0.5. This would have been, bullish if we went all the way back up here, close to this highs. But we didn't. Look at the weak response. The price action was weak. We came back down. We retested the support. We're coming back down. We're going to retest the skinny pink line, going up a little bit higher, but I still anticipate HBAR to hit towards 0.618. I think HBAR is a short though. It's a short. So yeah, sub 10 cents. Are we going to stop there? Again, we'll revisit the chart once we hit sub 10 cents. But again, in the bigger scheme of things, right, I think HBAR is completing something fantastic. Even if we were to drop to like 7 or even 6 cents, right, I think HBAR is gearing up for a move towards the upside. I think this is fantastic for HBAR. But again, top to top, right, this probably took about days. So let's say another 1,000 days will be 2027 or 2028, right? So it's still some ways to go for HBAR. Alright, boys and girls, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-da!